Hello and welcome to Indian Story. There is nothing more beautiful and exciting than story. Everybody has a story. In fact, the story is a light. Now let's watch what this story has to say.
I'm Minna Kapur. I belong to a very beautiful organization called the International Inner Wheel. Well, I was born in Delhi. I'm a typical Delhi girl, born and brought up in Delhi, educated in Delhi. And I was born in civil lines in a bungalow, with Rajpur Road. And unfortunately, I lost my mother when I was just 5 years old. And my father basically belonged to Agra and my mother belonged to Mirzapur. So background is from UP, but the entire culture is from Delhi. And I was a student of Queen Mary School in Tisazari, and then I went to Indraprastha College for my history honours, and then I joined Miranda House for my post-graduation. I did history specialized in medieval history, and I was very happy to get the second position in the university at that time, which was a very good thing for me. And later on, when I lost my father, and we were just two sisters in a house on Rajpur Road, and I had a lot of time on my hands, so I joined a company which was doing work for the American Embassy. I worked for them for about a year or so. And that's it. I mean, it was a life that was kind of a struggle for us, for two sisters. We were very young, and to face life, and the world doesn't let you live, and they know they're alone, and I'm sure there's something wrong with them. I'm sure they're up to some mischief. Maybe you survived it all, and I think I've reached a point when I can look back and tell them, see, I was not wrong, and I've lived a life which is very beautiful for me now. At that time when I became, you see, our inner wheel has got 4 grades. One is the club level, that's the lowest level. And the clubs are grouped, they form a district. And the districts are grouped, they form the All India level. And when All India level groups into other countries, it forms the international. I've gone through all the 4 stages. I've been a club member, I've been the head of the district, I've been the head of the All India Association, I've been the head of International Inner Wheel. I was the first Indian to be elected as an International Inner Wheel president in 1986 it was. And I've travelled widely, all over, except I think China and Russia, where there's no inner wheel. And I've learnt a lot through inner wheel. When I became the chairman, there were only 13 clubs under me, right from Jammu and Kashmir. Srinagar was the first club there in Jammu, and there was Jammu and other areas in Punjab, UP, Haryana. And there were not day trips. We used to spend time traveling by train or by car, spend the night with the family, meet the family, know more about the presidents. We normally stayed with the president, no hotels or anything. We played with the children. We had after dinner coffee. We got into our razais in the chilly winter of Punjab and chatted till midnight. I mean, that was a different life altogether. And the experience was that you keep on traveling, you keep on meeting people. I wish there were more hours through the day, not 24 hours, I wish there were more hours, because I get up in the morning and straight away I take a very short walk now because of my problem with chikungunya. But we all take a walk in the morning, all of us. And then my cup of tea, and then I come into my room and my work starts. All my letter writing, these days I'm doing the awards for the district, which takes a lot of my time, and managing the house, whatever I can. And there is a meeting every alternate day, or say twice a week. I attend Rotary meetings also on a Thursday, and I attend my club meetings also. Depends on the season. You know, the beginning of the month, beginning of the year, there are installations when the new teams are coming. So every third day there is a function. Or the last month, like Aajkal hai, that people are having their thank you, shukranas they call it. They say thank you to their members. So we are invited to all those functions. Every day there is a meeting. So that depends on the time of the year. Otherwise, there's some lean moments when you can be at home. You can enjoy the newspaper and you can relax and sleep a little and do nothing. Like tomorrow, I know I'm doing nothing. I'm very happy about that. My husband. It keeps me going because a lot of people ask me, don't you get impatient? Don't you ever fight? Don't you have any misunderstanding? Don't you have any arguments? I said, no. A friend of mine said, I can't believe it. I said, look here, that if there is a wall in front of me, I keep on knocking my head against the wall. I hurt my head, the wall remains where it is. So he's like a wall to me. I may injure myself by cribbing or complaining or whatever, but he's unmoved. Because when I got married, it's a very frank confession. We were just two sisters at that time. We were basically 4 sisters and 2 brothers. And 2 elder ones, my sisters got married, and 2 brothers I lost very young. So we're just 2 sisters. So it was a very independent life for me. We could do what we wanted, and if we wanted, and very quiet life we leading. And then I came into a family which was a family, which I had not seen for many years. And the day I entered the house, my mother-in-law, which was like more than a mother to me, she told me, there is no mehman here, we are all family. And that point stuck in my head for the last 63 years. But I know that there is no mehman anywhere. We are all family and we understand each other. We are never in each other's way, and that's it. As it comes. Because if you start imagining or planning, if you start planning your life, it doesn't come your way, you're disappointed. I remember when I was a teenager and I used to plan a picture. It was something very big in those days, to see a movie. And I was the only one who could tell my father that, look here, we want to see a picture. Take money out of his coat pocket for the tickets. I was the only one who could do it because I was his favorite. But I felt that that kind of thing that used to happen at that time. At that time, when I was told, no, you can't go see the picture, no, it would hurt me. I would get very angry, very agitated with myself. But later on, as I grew up, I realized, hey, this is life. There are certain do's and don'ts. Certain times you just can't do it. It doesn't matter. So I don't prepare myself. Otherwise, I'll be very disappointed because I'm a very sensitive person. Be normal, be happy, live well, and don't live only for yourself, live for others. Unless and until you live for others, you can never realize what happiness is. But I feel that if you have little problem anywhere, you share it with somebody or you share somebody else's problem, you taken a lot of problem away from that family. There's one incident I would like to relate to you, although maybe it's not connected. It's about my brother. He was an alcoholic. That's way back, many, many years ago, before it was 1950s. And he died at the age of 29, a week before his wedding. The cards and all had been sent, but he just collapsed. And then when I took over in Innoville, I realized that I could do counseling, I could talk about awareness against drugs and go and speak to hundreds of, both my husband and I, to go and speak to college and school students. Then I realized how I wish there were people like us at that time. We could have saved his life. That is one regret I have in my life. And that is something that hurts me even today. That I wish there were people in a wheel at that time in my life. There was Rotary at that time in my life. And there was not so much of alcohol and drugs that are prevalent here. Thoda bhi tha, but we lost him because we could do nothing. We just saw him go. Minute by minute, breath by breath, he just went. So that is what keeps me sort of worrying about doing something when it's required. Now we left no stone unturned, because I told my audience at that time, if one brother could not be saved, there will be thousands of brothers whom we can save now. I'm very satisfied. I want to be happy. I want to have peace in my life, because as you grow older, you have less time to live. But I want to live to the hilt, to the last day, because a lot of people so many times come to me and say, "Ab bahut kapde ho gaye now. I've stopped buying clothes now." I said, "Why? Even if it's my last day, I'll buy a sari. It doesn't matter, because you enjoy life. I'd like to live happy, peaceful, prosperous, and I would like to make everybody happy before I go." I never think it to be difficult to move out. I never think it's impossible to do something. A lot of people say, "Oh, when we receive 10 invitations, we refuse 5 or 6 because we really can't make it." Now, Minna, you should also start doing that. You should also start saying no. I said, "No, I can't do that. Because somebody has time for me, somebody has invited me, because they care for me. And I would not like to disappoint them. I would like to go there myself and enjoy life." I mean, in inner wheel meetings, I enjoy to the hilt. I mean, I know people said, "Oh, you're going to Rohtak, my God, it's so far away." I said, "It doesn't matter." People in my car were carrying chips and cold drinks because they thought they were going on a long trip. I said, no, it's the shortest trip to inner wheel. It's the most beautiful trip. I mean, it's never a long trip to any part of the country. I've traveled so much, all over the country, all over the world. The same smile, the same affection, the same love people have for me. When here they clap for me. In Australia, there were 4,000 strong people who sang Matilda for me as I left. And they were all crying and I was crying. We'd met for the first time. But you know, we win each other's hearts. And recently, as we were talking about half an hour ago, I was a speaker at the Copenhagen, our international convention, 3 years ago. And I was the first international president, past president, to be given time for the inaugural session. And there were 2,500 strong. Well, my hobbies, gardening, and I take a lot of time matching my bangles and my things. At the moment it's simple, but normally I have a whole variety. And because people say that, oh, the girl is so beautiful, and you know, I said no, she doesn't have to make any effort. She is beautiful. I have to make an effort because my brother used to say when I was very small that except for your face, you'd be a very good looking girl. And I've carried that in my heart that to look little presentable, I have to make an effort. So that is my passion. My bangles and my beads are my passion. I want to, even if I'm traveling to an inner wheel function, in the train I get down, I'm the only one who's properly dressed when we get off the train or out of the plane. It brings out, I think, that you try and reach the heart and the life of each individual. Facts that are not known to people. Because when my biodata is read to so many people, basic things are read, education, membership and association with other organizations. But what I am basically, you have brought it out in your episode. You brought out the real me in my episode, for which I am very grateful to you. In technical words, no. I feel good act, good behavior, serving your elders, serving your people is spirituality. I remember हमारे घर में we used to have a Sai Baba Kirtan. My mother-in-law used to have every Thursday. I used to arrange for the puja, everything. My sister used to sing very well. But I never sat there because father was not well, and I used to sit with him, talk to him. Or child was going to school, I couldn't sit there while he goes on his own. So I believe that God is in us. If we have love and affection for everybody, every night and every morning I fold hand and say, thank you for making a good day, thank you, I look forward to a good day in the morning. That is what I do. I think a good behavior and a good attitude towards life, good family is what you are. It's all inside you.
Yes, we are all unique. We come and go. But these stories are legacy forever. Do share your story with Indian Story anytime, anywhere. And don't forget to subscribe our channel